Hello again, this is SF Giants Fat Mike coming to you today with another Fate Grand Order video. And really, I want to talk about Fate in general, but I did want to I've read you guys' comments about, what to do in Fate Grand Order, and I kind of want to show you what I've been doing. But in reality, guys, I'm just hyped for being able to watch Heaven's Feel in like 47 hours. 47 hours from now, I'll be sitting in a theater with the title credits going, and I am stoked. I haven't been this anxious for a movie probably since The Force Awakens. That movie lived up to the hype and then some for me. I know the new Star Wars movies kind of get people all rattled and whatnot. Let's just say I fall on the side of I'm really happy about the new Star Wars movies. Like all three of them that have come out, I haven't seen Solo yet. Due to financial situation right now, I either go to see Heaven's Feel or I go to see Solo. I'm sorry, Han. I'm just not that into you. I'm just not that into you. I'll get you on Redbox. Oh, okay. Yeah, and I completed the master missions just in time. Hey, so here's my account. Darn it. I logged back in with 7. I didn't burn enough stamina. I thought I did. I don't like coming back to full stamina during the day. I don't know how you guys are about that, but whatever. So, okay, so a couple of things that I have done. As you guys might notice, I got the new uniform, well, the updated uniform, what is it called? The combat uniform? You guys know what I'm talking about. Let's see, what is it today? Perfect. That is exactly what I'm looking for. Oh, and then I get to beat up on archers. Alright guys, correct me if I'm wrong. I want to say this stuff up here is level up materials in red. The green is ascension type materials. Ascension, skills, maybe some other stuff. And you know what? I don't think I've done any of this yet. They call it the treasure vault. And I just haven't wanted to burn the stamina to test out exactly what it is. But since I still have Ku sitting at level 20, I want to get some level up stuff for. See, this is the thing I didn't appreciate enough about Fate Grand Order originally. We all know Fate Grand Order's gacha is trash. Utter trash. You have a habit of not being able to get the servants you want. It's just fact. What I do appreciate is the fact that I can, through the friends system, support system, whatever, grab the servants I want. Arturia. We all know she's not that great of a card. I knew this back when I first played, and I know this going to this now. She is not as good as she should be, giving her place in the pantheon of I don't know, maybe call it the Nasuverse or the Fate series or however you want to call it. We know she should be top tier. She's not. But nonetheless, I still get to play as her routinely. That's something I did not appreciate my first time around. This time around, when I'm facing off against Berserkers and Lancers and Assassins, she's the perfect help. But Gil is not. Yeah, as you can see, my Ku's still sitting down there at 20. So I am going to pull Medea into the front lines. Yeah, then the only thing we got to really worry about is the Berserkers. So I will say that is the one thing I didn't appreciate enough. Again, reiterating for the third time. Sorry guys, I kind of do that. And I highly appreciate it this time. I'm getting to play as Arturia fairly often. I have like 3 people in my list that usually have her set as the Saber, and that are like level 90 with pretty good skills, and I think even 1 or 2 of them have more than NP1, so that's pretty cool. That's something, even if they handed me Arturia right now, their Arturia would be way better than mine. Just like the few coups that are in here. I got coup, yay! I switched over to my Lancers and I got plenty of NP5 coups, ranging from level... I know I got a level 60, a level 70. I want to say I've seen them level 80 a few times. That are I'm following, or my friends, or however you put it. Okay, so these guys don't look like they're too bad. I tend to try to build Noble Phantasms. Sometimes I think I rely on that too much, and I gotta remember to use the Quick and the Busters more. That way I can critical or whatever and take things out faster rather than lower damage and then get the one big pop. But I will admit, seeing the big numbers is always exciting. Seeing our trio, Excalibur, and it'd be like 120,000 damage. It's like, yes! I one-shotted you 4 times over, you stupid random mobs. Bam, bam, bam. Oh yeah, Medea's gonna be able to Noble Phantasm soon enough. Ah! I wasn't paying attention. I was talking to you guys. Oh, brilliant. Yeah, Medea's gonna Noble Phantasm anytime, guys, anytime. Oh, maybe if I'd have paid attention and healed her. Oh, man. That's the one thing I appreciate about Medea. It does not take her much to Noble Phantasm. Even with her, that one skill at level 1 right now, she gets 80% to her Noble Phantasm. So even if I put on that one, gosh, what is it called? The one that looks like wheat. That one craft essence. You put that on her, and turn 1, she's good to go with the Noble Phantasm. That has helped me out more than once. What do I want to do here? So I'm gonna try to get those 2 to take out the Lancer. Oh, please take out that Lancer. Okay. And then Arturia can come and wreck this guy's face. Could you not mess with my mash? Ooh, okay. Just in case. Okay, I want to say this does 30%. Perfect. No arts available. That's fine. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing. I don't know if that actually works on Noble Phantasms, but nonetheless. That Noble Phantasm was officially a waste. Arturia just went in there and went to town. I love this animation. It's my favorite one so far. I love the Kamehameha Excalibur thing, but that is just awesome. Okay, yeah, let's get rid of Berserker before Berserker tries to wreck my face. I don't know if those are meant to be the most dangerous things in the world, but if I don't pay attention, something ends up randomly dying if I don't take care of the Berserkers. The sad part is I know you can take out Berserkers pretty darn quick. Uh-oh. Mahesh, I'm sorry! I should have healed her. That's okay. I have a Sanzing there to do some damage. And Kid Gil is probably gonna die. Hopefully not in one turn. Please, Mr. Gil, do not die in one turn. I want your buff there for Arturia next round. I know some of you guys did say that... I won't say that you said that this one's bad, but the Robin Hood could do some serious damage. I will definitely look into that later. For now, I really appreciate his charisma. To be able to... I should have healed. What am I thinking? Butters. Okay, Arturia should totally wreck face here. Everybody got 4. Okay. Nope. Good Arturia. Good Arturia. She's wrecking face. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. Hopefully that's enough. I didn't think to use it. I always do this. Okay. I'm good. So even if they take out Gil or Sanzing right now, I don't think he can take out Arturia. And she's already got his charisma buff for the next 3 turns. So she should be good. And Arturia, of course, only has 2 attacks this turn. So... well... normally I like to go for the crit. Okay. Arturia's like, I got this, I got this. Now this one's going to be all assassins. Mostly assassins. Okay, so we'll send the single targets over there. This is what I like about my friend here. She got that up to level 10. Or whoever. In theory... wait. Oh, that's right. This is all allies. Just like I think I have a heal here that does every... but no, this one doesn't have a heal. There's another one that has a heal. So I think I got the wrong uniform. Because this is a stun, which is not bad. And then... oh, I know what I was thinking. I was thinking like I could bring... because I have seen some videos on Fate Grand Order. And they've used this to great effect. They start with, well, in my case, I would start with like this fight with Kid Gil out front. I'd use his buff skill or buff skills, and then I'd use the switch skill and bring in the actual attacker I wanted. Obviously, I've seen this in videos where they use a support waiver, and then they move that waiver out for an attack unit in their back line. That's why I went with this one. So I know there's one that has a heal all. I like the one with a heal because I don't have any healers right now. But this seems like it might be as useful, if not more useful. Eventually, maybe I'll pull a John d'Arc. I won't hold my breath. They gave me one 5-star. I'm probably not going to see another 5-star for at least a year. There we go. Actually, I should have put that, or whatever. Alright, let's see the numbers, boys. What do you think? 30,000, 40,000? I'm thinking like 60, but... oh, she got 80 something on one. On that. Oh, okay, she got like 80 on the middle one. And 40 on the other two. Or I don't know. You guys can pause it. I can't pause it at the moment because I'm playing it. Defeat 30 enemies. Okay. Aw, baby Gil. I will say, that this is the most depressing thing ever, is this Mystic Code XP. Yay. Excuse me, sorry, I had soda recently. I drink way too much carbonated stuff. I gotta cut that out eventually. I think for the last like 10 years, I keep saying, I'm just gonna switch over to water and have soda just when I eat out. And I just haven't done it. Dang, this is what sucks about being low level. Can't power level. Well guys, I'm gonna do one more thing. I should have my free friend point summon. I know these aren't that exciting, because pretty much you get craft essence fodder. I'm hoping, honestly, to get this craft essence. Not because I think it's good, not because it's a bonus in the current event. I just want the 3 sisters. I mean, that's something I really liked having in my old account. I managed to pull all 3, and every once in a while I pull them out and run an event. Technically, I think I think Medusa was the one I had NP5. She'd be out front and front eating, and her 2 sisters would be in the back line, and the support would carry me. I ain't lying, the support carried me. Even on my account that I worked on for like 6 weeks or 2 months or however long it was that I did play. Aww, Mata Hari. I gotta remember that. I always think it's like another name. Coincidentally, she has been the biggest revelation for me this playthrough around. Last playthrough, kind of like this one of my first multis I did, I managed to pull a 5-star. Heroine X, or whatever her name is, from the Saber Wars. 5-star, she was an assassin, so none of my other assassins really got touched, because I would just use her. And she was pretty good. I won't even lie. She wasn't great, but she was good. But I think Mata Hari is better. As it comes to my servants, she's probably my most powerful of all time that I had damage dealing wise. But Mata Hari, oh my gosh, her debuffing skill was so awesome. I think once you ascend her the first time, she gets a skill that'll lower defense, and then her Noble Phantasm also lowers defense. Yeah, these are pretty much all trash. Or I shouldn't say that. I don't know these guys, many of these guys, because I got other ones that I used more. I'll have to look into these, see if any of them are moderately useful. Because like I said, with Mata here, she turned out to be, I mean, I won't say she's overpowered. I would take the Shiki assassin over her any day of the week and twice on Sunday, which is today is Sunday, so I would take her twice today. Obviously, I think she's a limited time servant, so I can't get her anymore. At least until she comes back on a featured banner. Okay, that's why that's not moving too fast. And I don't think I have her actually in my party at the moment. But anyway. But yeah, it's this Pheromone Bee. She has a chance to, I want to say, to charm all male enemies and defense down on all enemies. I'm not sure if it affects female, and the skill affects female enemies or not, to tell you the truth. Because usually I use her and it's, excuse me. And I'm fighting like those hands or whatever, so I don't know if gender happens. But then her Noble Phantasm, yeah, see that charm affects everything. Greatly decrease attack and greatly decrease defense. I've just, at times, I was making do with Siegfried, my 4-star. I would have her put out her skill. Then I'd have her do her overcharged Noble Phantasm, and then he would do an AoE and get me through the the boss waves of story mission. I know it's not, how do you put it? I know it's not it's not gonna live up to the top tier units, but I mean, for a 1-star, she's rather useful, and I never gave her the chance, despite the obvious reasons. I don't think I need to say it, right? And now I already have an NP5, so that one actually goes to waste. Kinda sad, but it is what it is. Anything else I want to do? Well, I will do these other things later. I got 30, oh man, how much XP do I need? So I need more than what these 40 AP are going to give me here. I've already reached that point. I've been playing for like a week and a half, where these ones aren't enough XP to continually level me up. Maybe... Oh, okay, I see what was going on. Maybe I know in Saber Wars, last time... Sorry, guys. In Saber Wars, that's how I power leveled last time. I think I got up to like level 80 or 90 or something during Saber Wars. And I had, that gives you a good AP pool to use. That gives you a good cost for your team. Good friend count. But what I've been having problem with is I'm trying... Oops, sorry. Hey, Mash. I've been trying to do this level 41 or level 40, the level 51 here. And I've just been getting Hakai'd really bad. I think it did give me a really good amount of XP though. Oh, okay, that's here. I will do that in a little bit. This thing here. It gives you a really good amount of those scrolls or scriptures or whatever is used for this. Oh, that's good go. Is my... Okay, yeah, my sparkle is on. Anyway, guys, so there was one last Fate lore related question I did have, guys. And I'm probably just having a... I'm just probably blanking out. You know what? I think I just answered my question thinking about it, finally. I was thinking of what to, say or whatever. Earlier, and I couldn't think of an example of a Noble Phantasm that wasn't related to an item. Like, again, with Arturia, her Noble Phantasm is, her sword, Excalibur. She might have other ones that she never used in the series that I'm not aware of. One, because in the Fate Stay Night ones, she was saddled with Shiro, so she couldn't really do much. Honestly, that makes the Unlimited Blade Works anime a little bit cooler for me, because eventually she gets hooked up to Rin, so she was able to actually fight at her best. But then again, she was able to fight at her best with Kiritsugu, and I didn't really see her do anything other than Excalibur, so I don't... But anyway, so again, back to the question. I can't really think of many Noble Phantasms that aren't tied to an item. For Arturia, Excalibur, and she eventually gets back Avalon in the Fate route. I think of Ku. He's got Gabolg, obviously. Medea, Rule Breaker. Maybe I'm thinking too much of Fate Stay Night, not the other ones. Because the one that did come to mind as I was thinking about, as I was talking to you guys for the video, was that I want to say in Fate Apocrypha, which again, I know the manga is better than the anime, and once I get the money, guys, I'm going to buy these things. And actually, I think one of you guys mentioned that at least with Prisma Ilya, that even if I buy the mangas, they're not translated. They just never release them over here. I will, because there is a fan translation, I will eventually get to that, but I will start buying the mangas first, just to support Titan Moon. It's their dumb, however you want to put it, guys, for not translating them and releasing them here in the West, but they might be right to not do that, because that might be a waste of money. At the very least, they could translate them and sell them digitally. I know I would buy the heck out of that. But anyway, guys, going back to Fate Apocrypha. Sorry, I went on a bunny trail. I'm sorry, guys. I'm really bad at that. I remember, I want to say it's Chiron, the centaur dude. Of course, I say little because I'm thinking of the one from the Hercules movie. He's the little imp dude or whatever he was there. It's the same as the tall, strapling archer from Fate Apocrypha. But anyway, he had his Noble Phantasm on, I want to say, were his eyes? Or something to do with the stars in the sky so he could still see the future or something along those lines. So I guess if it is the stars or the constellation, maybe it's still tied to a physical thing. And the reason that all came down, I'm sorry guys, is we are working on the Journey to the West event, and obviously that's where Sun Wukong comes from, and that's where my top, usually he's my favorite fictional character, Son Goku, comes from. So obviously, you know how it goes. You start mixing your favorite fandoms, and I'm like, I wonder how would it work for Goku, because he has certain things that are tied to if he had a myth. And qualified, you know, he's got his extender pull and he's got his cloud that he rides on, Nimbus, just kind of like Sun Wukong, obviously. But then obviously he's got all those other attacks, which would definitely be on par, if not stronger than other people's Noble Phantasms. Obviously, if you know Dragon Ball, Kamehameha, Genki Dama, so on and so forth, and all the other ones he stole. Technically, with the Genki Dama, he learned that from someone, rather than kind of stealing it like he did with the Kamehameha. He kind of did the whole monkey see, monkey do, as he did with a lot of them, like, the solar flare. I forget the Japanese name for that. I want to say it's rather cool, but I never remember it. It's like, oh yeah, that's what it is. That's so cool. I'll never forget it. 5 minutes later, what the heck is solar flare called again in Japanese? I just wondered how that would work for him. I'm sorry, again, I go off another rabbit trail. I'm sorry guys, I'm trying to wrap up, because I'm trying to get this. I don't think I have a video out today. Anyway, I'll put this one out tomorrow. But I was wondering how that would work for him. Would they just be spell attacks, kind of like with Medea? She does those, she puts looks almost like the Gate of Babylon, and, she shoots lasers or whatever from them. Maybe that's how it would work? I don't know. I'm trying to think of other people that would work with. Again, I'm sorry, I'm kind of crossing fandoms on that question. Trust me, I've thought about what Randolph Thor's would be, or what Perrin Abrea or Matt Cathon's, the ones that fight with Goku over my #1 fictional character slot. Psylocke and Laura Kinney, aka X-23, just sitting back there watching all four of them fight. What? You don't like us? Sorry, those would be part of my Marvel fandom. Trust me, again, sorry, I've kind of thought about how you would set them up as servants in Fate. But yeah, I can't think of any right off my head other than Chiron that has a Noble Phantasm that's not directly linked to an item. I mean, with Semiramis, she had the Hanging Guardians of Apollon. That whole thing was her. Actually, you know what? I just came to Frankenstein. Maybe that's the answer, because she had the blasted tree. Now, it's kind of sort of tied to her lore in that this was such... Anyway, I forget exactly how it does it. But it's an attack rather than... You know, she's not carrying around the blasted tree, then say, blasted tree, and it goes off. It's an attack from within. So maybe those would work as Noble Phantasms. Anyway, guys, sorry, it's a random musing. Maybe you guys can fill me in more how you think that would work. And honestly, guys, if you've made it this far in, I have no idea how far I'm in, guys. I apologize. What characters have you thought about crossing over into Fate Servantdom? Obviously, some wouldn't work. In Goku's case, he's kind of starting to get to the point of being fully divine, where I think he's got the same problem I want to say Gilgamesh has, where you can't necessarily stuff all of Gilgamesh into the servant and have it completely work because he's just too powerful. Maybe even the same thing with Hercules or whatever, where, you know, you can't fit all of Hercules into the servant because he's a demigod. In fact, in some of his lore, I want to say he becomes a full god at some point. With Hercules, I got like 5 different Hercules running around in my head, so I always, much like with Thor, the comics and stuff, kind of, when I go back to reach into, hey, Hercules mythology, or hey, Thor mythology, Odin mythology, I start mixing in the comics. I'm like, wait, no. Is that mythology or is that Marvel? Or DC? Or Kevin Sorbo in the case of Hercules? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for... I'm rambling now. I'm going to end it here. I thank you so much if you made it this far. I appreciate talking to all you guys about this. This is one of the reasons why I'm coming back to Fate Go. I love it, but also it gives me an excuse to put out a video and talk to you guys and learn stuff and interact. Maybe I got to get hooked up with the forum or whatever. I know there's a few out there that talk about, that I've read from, but I haven't actually signed up for to talk to about, you know, the Nasuverse. So anyway, guys, I will see you guys next time. Bye.